Hey, sweet soul. Welcome to Conscious Lifestyle Coaching. My name is Raileigh Duschen, an author, poet, speaker, and healer. Today's message, I'm not channeling a meditation, I'm just speaking with you, heart to heart, real talk today. And yeah, 9 a.m. on a Saturday morning here in the South in the US. And I wanted to provide and wake up to this refreshing energy super early on the weekend. And I hope that y'all come in either now or later and let me know who you are and how has been your experience journeying with me in the past couple weeks, past couple days as you watch my videos. But yeah, I'm here to connect with someone today who is just ready for change, ready for new atmosphere. And when I say atmosphere, I mean just new spaces, new opportunities, a kind of reamping of life in new ways that have been long time forgotten. Things that have given you joy. They've always given you joy, but as we kind of grow up and get stuck in the routine of things, we walk away from our joy. We tend to lose it because it doesn't feel like um, the world can support us or hold space for that joy, even maybe. And when I think of waking up and smelling the roses, I think of being a child and going on a road trip or going somewhere. And when you wake up earlier than usual and you go outside and you can smell the flowers, you can smell the spring or the fall, the air. It just feels good, and you're filled with this youthful excitement. And that's the energy we're going to tap into as you're listening now or later. What is it for you that if you were to wake up tomorrow and feel again that sense of youthful wonder and youthful excitement for something amazing that is still going to be conducive to being an adult, being here on this earth, even despite what's happening around us, that can feel either debilitating or it sucks the life out of you, truly. The energies can be so dense in this world, and it can be hard to be here. And with these lives, I'm going to open up a little bit and share a little bit more about myself. But I'm someone who has struggled with mental health my whole life, and I want to share that. Yeah, my parents did what they could to support me and to love me. And I'm here connecting with this message today to speak particularly to people who um, come from backgrounds of war. Their family has experienced a lot of trauma. And so in this life, being comfortable, being in peace means everything to us and our families. Our accomplishments, what we've been able to build on our journeys, despite our stories, despite what we've had to move through, right? What we've had to survive ancestrally as a family, our parents, our grandparents. And so we come here as this in this body, and if you're connecting with my platform, if you're journeying with me, you're someone who is, you're into high frequency, you're into consciousness and self-development in very spiritual ways. That's something that has been seeded within you for a great purpose. And if you're listening now, let me know who you are, where you're from, how you resonate with this. Whether you're watching now or later, let me know. Um, and so, again, we've been seeded with this new energy of people who, yeah, we honor the peace, we seek and we want comfort. And so if you're on the spiritual path, you're someone who you like to be outside, you enjoy your own space, maybe you're super introverted, you're also highly sensitive and empathic to the world. And so we go within. And if you're like me, you're someone who can just think so heavy about life, trying to understand life, trying to give meaning to things. And it's when we lose and detach from a sense of higher meaning and purpose in life that we lose again that joy, that energy, that sense of excitement, that sense of travel, that desire to go somewhere and do something, because life hasn't felt very safe. It hasn't felt, you haven't heard this call to adventure. But we're gathering here this morning so early, or whenever you're watching this, you're tuning in right now because you feel this next chapter unfolding in your life. We feel an uprising of joy returning, even if it doesn't look like it now. And I promise you, if you're on this path and it's just been really hard lately, maybe years, maybe your whole life has just been this stuck feeling, this this block, this am I allowed to enjoy this life? Will I ever enjoy this life? And you still have hope, and you're connecting with me in this journey, whoever you're being guided to at this time, to remind you of that hope. But we're also diving deeper into hope inside of us as this purpose that will come through us. So, hope not in waiting for something magical to happen, hope as in what is the hope that you're going to share with the world? What is going to shine through you? What is your purpose of why you're here? And I want to share a little bit of a story. And if you resonate so far, the angel number 777 might resonate to you. If so, keep watching. And I feel this energy in the air this morning of joy, of good fortune, of luck. And again, if you're trying to get unstuck, if you're trying to take this weight, this depression, this worry off of you, I'm here to tell you that it's just time to get out there. It's time to get in the game. Perhaps you've been trying to protect yourself for so long, but we have to move out of this energy of protection and into a divine knowing that you are divinely guided and protected no matter where it is that spirit is trying to take you into. And so I was at a football game, a high school football game last night. It was the most grounding thing ever. I haven't been to a regular football game in so long. And I'm sitting in a new perspective of, I'm no longer a youthful person as being a child. And I'm enjoying this energy of children and these teenagers around me, of rallying and supportive spirit. And I was thinking how much I missed that rallying of a spirit of a group collective mission. And I recognize that's what I'm here and I'm creating now. And so we're watching this game, and there's this little boy, and take this how it resonates. It could be an inner child. It could be you, but I don't know. Me and this little boy were resonating, and I could tell that he was very much loved by his parents. And he was enjoying the game. Maybe he was watching a brother or a cousin out there, and he couldn't sit down. He wanted to run. He wanted to. He wanted attention, basically, and he kept getting in my eyesight, and I'm trying to watch the game, and he's just like, look at me. And I thought it was so cute and so sweet. And as I was leaving later, the parents said, we don't know what his problem is. We've done everything. And I could tell they mean that, and I could tell the family and the grandmother, they're a family who they're really enjoying their peace. I can tell they've probably been through hard things, that they were, they've been immigrated here. They've been transplanted here into America, and maybe this is not what they grew up in. Maybe this is not necessarily their culture, but they're here and they're participating and enjoying where they are in life. And this little boy, he understands that. He's grateful, he's happy, but there's still a part of him that hasn't been unlocked. He wants to be in the game. When is it his turn? And I thought it was so sweet. And I understand this energy of wanting to rally, wanting to find this purpose again. Like, where is my importance? What am I supposed to be doing? Everyone around me is out there doing something. Where is mine? And so if you're listening now or later, you have a great purpose, a sense of belonging, that you are very much seen. And I know you seem maybe too cozy right now. Things might be comfortable. And so why change your life? Why find the excitement and the purpose to do something different? And so, yes, thank you for letting me know who you are. And I appreciate you. Yes, thank you. Wholeness and balanced vibration. Namaste. Ooh, Australia. Cool. So I think we can all connect to this energy of this just little boy right now. If you can just imagine him like in the stands, his family's like, be quiet, just sit down, relax, everything's good. And I get it. I'm someone, my family, they've experienced things I haven't had to experience, so much trauma, so much war. And I come into this life with this like new energy where I speak on things, right? And they don't understand. They're like, be grateful for what you have. You haven't had to experience war or terror like they have. I haven't. And so this new generation of people who maybe they weren't in the battlefield, right? Maybe you're not that person who experienced that type of deep trauma, but it still lives in our bones, right? It's still in our mind. And so I've created this channel directly to address the people who are still at war, but it's a war within the mind, it's a war within the spirit, where we feel trapped inside. We can't truly embrace our joy. We're living in spaces in the mind where we don't think we have purpose. We can't be authentic. We can't be ourselves because it's dangerous to be ourselves. And so perhaps you're someone who grew up in a family, or you're in a space or work environment, wherever you are, where it's tolerable to be quiet. It's safer to be quiet and to hide the true self. And I get it. Being a victim to life, as we all are, it can teach us that the more we hide, the more safe we are. But when we do that for too long, when we also mask that inner child, that sacred purpose within us, there is this slow death that seems to occur where we become increasingly unhappy, increasingly depressed. People who suffer from suicidal ideation is because they don't feel that their life has meaning and significance. They haven't remembered what that is. They're still seeking divinity. And so people who are interested in spirituality, such as the person listening now, or later, those who are interested in spirituality, you're here to discover and explore, and you're passionate and excited about understanding what God is, who God is, and your path of becoming like God on this earth. And so spiritual health is super important to you, and the more that you embrace it, the more you'll find your mental health also raises with that. Your physical health will start to mirror that. The sense of meaning and love, sacred purpose is everything. And so people like us can go through this world and accomplish anything. You're probably somebody who can. You've walked different pathways. You always accomplish it. You understand because you're someone who's interested in spirituality. You know about the manifestation process. You know that, it's about focus. It's about discipline. It's about faith in yourself, believing in yourself. And so you walk these paths, all these different paths, but they're not your path. It's not your purpose. Or people are telling you to quiet yourself, to hide yourself, and just be normal, be like everyone else, keep the peace, right? But then people like us, we move through this life, and our peace is not found in the everyday comforts. Our peace is not found in the identities that are already been created around us. Our peace is found in the identity that we are. And there's no one else on this earth like us. We are a unique soul. Everybody is a unique soul. And so I talk about soul a lot because I believe this embrace of soul work, meaning diving in and exploring our own self-awareness. Who are we? What gives us happiness? What causes us pain? How do we connect with God? Is it through art? Is it through prayer? Is it through a church? Is it through technology even? How do we connect with God? How do we hear the voice of God, of spirit, the divine source, however you do identify God in your life? And so the deeper that we explore that relationship and we build an intimate, truly intimate, one-on-one, where you don't need me or someone else to channel God for you, you're increasingly becoming the channel for yourself into people around you. And you're just reminding yourself and everyone else that they can have this connection. And you will see that love and that excitement, that joy start to return slowly, like a flower blossoming. You are that flower. And I speak this to even the men who watch this channel of, you're allowed to discover this beautiful sensitivity within you. A lot of men, and even the children now, they're becoming even increasingly more sensitive. They're so sweet. their emotions, they're tapped in truly. Because it is time now as a collective human race, right, to feel our emotions, to process all the trauma, all the violence, all the rape, all the war that's been happening. We have to process it as a collective body at this point. And if we don't process it, then we repeat the same patterns, the toxicity, the abuse, the exploitation, the slavery. Those will keep spiraling unless we take accountability. And accountability doesn't happen unless we're aware. And we take time to be present and to meditate and to pray and to feel, to be here in this body and to feel all the yuckiness and to process it and to release it. And so, if you're listening now or later, I thank you for being this unique soul, discovering what is in there at this time. And I know on this path it seems a little disturbing, and it will disturb people because you're changing so rapid, because you're going in yourself, whereas the world around us is comfortable. And you're saying, I'm done being comfortable. I do not want to sit here on these bleachers anymore. Please put me in the game, God. I am ready. And so there's this ego, this fear that will come in and try to protect you and say, no, stay here. You're fine. And maybe everything is fine. But if it was truly fine, then your mental health would be a lot better than it is. You wouldn't be needing me or someone else to speak love and life into you. You'd be speaking it more into yourself. And if you are, then let's hold each other accountable, because I am doing the work too. Me being on this live, all these videos, I'm speaking to my soul. And it has been a beautiful liberation of my soul to do what I truly love, what gives me medicine, and is giving you medicine. This is my path. This is my soul speaking. I've always been very interested in writing. I've always loved to write poetry. I always started reading beyond the level I was supposed to be reading since I was very young. Fascinated by words and communication as being a connection to divinity. And so I'm tapping in right now. So this comes easy to me. It gives me joy. It gives me that sense of childlike wonder of what am I going to hear from God today? What is God going to ask me to speak today? Who's going to come into my atmosphere today? Thank you so much for checking in. Yes, sensitive space seems to be sacred grounds that we neglect to walk on often. Yes, assisting others to connect to the space, to this sacredness, as we learn to find the path. Thank you so much for sharing, and good morning to you. And so I thank you all. I thank you all for being open to open the eyes into the soul at this time. And I know it's uncomfortable, because what happens when there's a calling and God says it's time to change, our first instinct is to fight and to be defensive in all that we are, to justify our behaviors where we are at this time. It doesn't feel good to take accountability for where we are financially, where we are physically in our health, emotionally. It doesn't feel good to say, oh, I have no one else to blame or to confront anymore about my life. Now I have to take accountability and take action. And the only way that I'm going to move to that new atmosphere, that new life change, that amount of money in my bank account, that type of relationship I really desire, I'm going to have to change everything that I am right now. And it's going to make other people uncomfortable. And it comes with this, again, this ego that wants to protect you and tuck you away. And the part of yourself wants that. It's created that. And so if you're receiving the reflections of people being triggered by you, you are reflecting that. You've created that kind of as a checkpoint. And your soul is asking your mind, are you truly ready for this? Are you really ready for me? And so I hope that you ask yourself today, are you truly ready to take this journey, to discover an even deeper depth of your soul that is ready to be out there, to be in the game, to win things? you might get a little trampled out there. Maybe you think you're a small fish in a big ocean, and you think, why is it really my turn? Why should I even get out there right now? But you can't stay here. This energy hasn't been working, right? Especially if you've been mentally not okay, if you've been depressed, if you've been crying, you're purging something out of you that's your soul saying, I don't want to carry this anymore. And so it's good to lean on people for support, for, again, that guidance. But ultimately, it's us who has to do the work. We have to stand up, right, to those figures that we think are blocking us and saying, this is what I'm doing, this is who I am, you can support me or not. So you must tell yourself that, from as if your inner child is saying, I don't want to go. I don't want to do this. But you have to tell that child within you and say, we're doing this, we're going. And so I've been reflecting on myself as I come live every day. I'm doing a 60-day challenge where I do a meditative channel message for you all every single day for 60 days. I've never done anything like that. And so my mind at first said, that's exhausting. Why do that? Why validate? Nothing's going to come out of this. But I've seen so much magic happen in just the past week. And so I'm going to keep going forth on this 60-day journey. And I'm going to challenge you. Because if you're tuning in, yes, my voice is peaceful. We're going to relax. We're going to pray. We're going to feel good. But I'm also going to ask you to do some things because I want you to come with me. I want you to also rise above me. I want you to invite me to things. I want you to get on YouTube. I want you to start your business. I want you to write that book. I'm speaking to myself because there's so much more I want to create. And we are all creators. We are all divine creators. We are not meant here just to sit down in those bleachers. Right? So someone says they've been desiring more soulful experiences, intrinsically and extrinsically. With change comes feelings of fear and excitement. Yeah, it is an interesting dichotomy to be in that space. There's this difference between stress and eustress. I learned as I was studying family and child development. I was very focused on the study of resilience in human nature. Someone who is fighting for her life mentally without anyone knowing, but also this urge to want to help other people fight for their life, witnessing other people just give up, right? They go to drugs, they hide from society, they isolate themselves. And I recognize my tendencies to do that. We all have tendencies in which we can't tolerate pain anymore. The pain becomes too unbearable. And so that is when we suffocate our pains through distractions, whether that is working jobs we hate, taking drugs, drinking alcohol, being in very casual, soulless relationships back to back, just ways to numb, but wanting to feel something, but neglecting and not really looking at what it is God is calling us to do, because what God, the universe, is calling us to do, it seems crazy. It's like, you really want me to do that? And I can dive into what God has asked me to do, walk away from so much money, from amazing relationships, from amazing opportunities, just over and over again. And yeah, it feels sometimes like the Holy Spirit, God, is like, smacking our hands of, dang, that's not what you want me to do. That seems great. But we have to trust that the things that we truly want to do, that we're afraid to do, it is divine. And it's okay. It's a difference between fear and anxiety, and the excitement behind anxiety. So whenever I find myself being anxious about something I truly love to do, I'm reminding myself I'm excited, but I'm not used to being excited. I'm so used to being stressed out. And everyone seems to be stressed out. Either they're numbing or they're stressed in a bad way. And so where is this excitement? Where is the joy? Where is the happiness? And we can see the people who are in that vibration, and we look at them like, wow, like that person is so full of life. They're really enjoying themselves. Like, what is the medicine? Like, give me some of that. And so when you're tapped in, you will also be that light for people. But you have to do the work, right? I mean, if it's not just for you and your inner child, do it for your family, do it for people you love, do it for the society. Don't we want to see more joy, and happiness and peace in our society, in this world. But we get so distraught when we can't find it in the world. You're never going to find it. You have to create it. It's a vibration. It's an atmosphere you're going to create within yourself that's going to reflect. And so that's what we are awakening to right now. And this morning, as you watch this now or later, that is coming, that is being birthed through you, new energy, right? We're waking up to that excitement that we put away, we tuck away because we don't want to get that slap on the wrist from God anymore. We've been through enough, right? Life's been too hard. Yes, God's thoughts are higher than ours. Yep. And so we can think what is best all the time. Ultimately, trust your body. Trust your joy that wants to shine through. You don't have to do everything all the time just because you think it's going to keep your weight down. It's going to make you some money. You have to do things just because it makes you happy, just because it puts a smile on your face. And it's in those moments, those experiences of true and genuine, it's a pure joy. You're not doing something to get something out of it. That is when you're sitting at the feet of the divine, of God, like a child. And that's when God will speak to you in those moments. But you have to let go. You have to let go of this fight and this control and this struggle to achieve and to be, even if you are in trauma, even if you are in a desperate place in your life. You still have to walk away from that for a moment and sit and read a book, color, ride a bike, go for a walk, go fishing, sing a song. And so that's why I'm just here to remind you all that it's safe and it's okay to do that, as I'm discovering that within myself. That our joy is a key to a greater kingdom, the kingdom of heaven, a higher path, and it's calling to us. And that path becomes more clear the more we tune into that frequency of love, unconditional love. I'm not doing this because it's just going to pay my bills. I'm not doing this just because I think I'm supposed to. I'm doing it because I'm grateful to be alive. I'm truly in love with life again. I truly trust where my spirit connected to the divine, to the one, is taking me. Yes, thank you. I'm glad you find resonance in this season of life. Yes, what's for you will always find you. Absolutely. And so we have to become what we're seeking. And so people watch this channel and they try to get to know me and they say, sometimes they say they want to date me. But I'm like, no, you want to date the frequency of me that is you, that we're both tuning into becoming more of. And so it's not about finding another person. It's not about achieving. It's about the journey there. It's a frequency you can activate right here in this moment and say, yes, it's here now. It's coming. Let me just get ready. Yeah, just get ready. And so thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of this collective journey. And I pray that you find the courage to open the door and get out and do something you haven't done in a long time today. To be weird. Just be weird. Be yourself. Do something that's not, again, because you think you have to do it. Do it because you love to do it. Don't let, again, that sense of needing to stay comfortable and protect yourself stop you from change, from growth, from evolution, from a new life that's waiting for you. And so it's okay. It is safe to go on intuition. Trust your intuition and also trust that the divine loves you. And that's the vibration, right? Saying, I'm trusting myself. I'm also trusting that there is something beyond me that's guiding this path. And so I don't need to have all the answers right now. I don't need to know all the steps. I'm just going to go forth. I'm going to open the door of my heart and my mind, and I'm going to receive love and joy today, no matter what. And see how that amplifies your life towards more of it. Even to the health, even to the abundance you really want and you're working really hard to get. And so this is a gentle path. This is a gentle flow. This is a different type of coaching. And so I pray for you all the time. Thank you for seeing me in spirit. I see you in spirit. May we continue to march forward, right, on this path, on this journey of soul. So enjoy this time of getting to know your soul at this time, your joy, what makes you happy. All right, I see people are coming in now. I'm sorry, you just missed me. I have to get ready to go. But please check in with me, stay connected to this channel, share this channel with other people. I welcome you again to the Medicine Garden on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. That's where we can chat face-to-face virtually. You can get to know other people who have been journeying with me and let them speak to you. Speak to me. I'm here to learn from you all. I'm creating a space. Please don't sit here and watch the videos and don't think that you're not being called to do what I'm doing. You very much are. And when your time has come, you will do it and you will be supported. So I support whatever it is right now that the Spirit's asking you to do. And I pray you answer it today. So I hope to see you in the Medicine Garden Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. To email me to RSVP. I'll send you the link. And then if you're ready for coaching, please let me know. I'm taking clients again, taking interviews to see if, who is the people that Spirit's asking me to support this time in their life's journey, their soul journey. Life Purpose Actualization. So if that resonates, submit a free application, super short, ask a few questions. And then I get on the phone with you for 45 minutes, face-to-face video. And we get to talk. So if that interests you, submit the application. And then I'm glad you found medicine in this video. Thank you. What else? Oh, Phoenix Medicines, A Transformative Journey Through Consciousness. That is my newly published book by Otter Pine. So if you want to know my voice a little bit or just have a little resource you can bring wherever you are because you're not really ready to meet with people yet or coach, I think you'll like the book. Phoenix Medicines, A Transformative Journey Through Consciousness, published by Otter Pine. So I thank you all for being here. Thank you for being up and early this morning. This is Saturday. And I pray the rest of your day or night continues to be in this beautiful, uplifted, spiritual, peaceful, new atmosphere you're entering, and that you go outside today and you smell the earth and just recognize that it's okay. Everything is okay. So I love you. Thank you for being here, and I'll speak to you again soon.